Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Starting up as new, I just want to welcome you. I got a little video playing in the back that we're going to talk about in a few seconds, but I just want to, introduce myself. Your boy, the Black Wolf, Woo! Alpha Squad. You already know. But yeah, this channel, starting out new, because I'm super interested in this game that y'all see playing in the background. It's called Maneater. This is basically the developer's diary, talking about the game, showing us like a little bit of gameplay, showing us what the shark can do. Because I'm gonna let the trailer talk for the first few minutes. Because I mean they explain it better than anybody else. But I still have a couple of things to say about it. But it looks like an amazing game. I hope you guys take a listen and check it out.
Said, wow, this is such a cool and unique concept. How many open world shark action RPGs are there? Zero. So we decided to approach Alex and see if Blindside would be interested in having Tripwire do what we did with Killing Floor and take it to the next level and make something really groundbreaking out of it. We announced the game at the PC Gamer show at E3, and being on stage, seeing the reaction from the crowd, the level of hype like we had never seen before for any game announcement we've ever done. It's not a normal shark. This shark has the ability to evolve.
You're getting big, you're getting powerful, you're an awesome shark, but also you're getting evolutions, so enhancements for your teeth and how you move throughout the map and make you faster and stronger and better.
The shark can leap out of the water, considerably higher than a normal shark can. It can swim faster than a normal shark, but it's still a shark.
If you as the player want to play as the more stealth style shark and really spend more of your time cleaning up the other predators in the ocean, some of the objectives do really lend themselves though to wreaking havoc.
It's a huge power trip of playing an apex predator and being able to just have fun and wreak havoc in this like crazy world set in the Gulf Coast.
We have some really cool ideas about where this could go next. I hope the game really establishes a new genre and we can continue to take it to even bigger and better places. Maneater is a story about the life of this young shark.
And Scaly Pete is basically this awful fisherman that has just sworn war on all sharks in the area for his own reasons.
What I do, I consider a sacred honor. Kill them all if I could.
He's finning sharks and he's harvesting their parts.
You want to get revenge on this bad guy, then you're just kind of growing and proving yourself, looking to become the ultimate predator of this area.
Scaly Pete, he's a person with motivations that many of us will get. Something that I wanted to capture in the story of Maneater is that strained relationship sometimes between fathers and sons and the consequences that can happen when relationships go to those places.
Forget him more! He's just a bull!
The story itself is like a documentary film crew following the shark, following your antagonist Scaly Pete, and kind of telling the story about what's happening.
Got him my way. Got a job to do.
It's supposed to be more of a balance between let you explore freely and do your fun things, but get those little nuggets of story and world building spread throughout.
It starts out kind of in a swamp in the bayou, and then you work all the way up to like high-class luxury condos, all the way to the deep ocean.
We can do swamp tours. That'll get people in the water that the shark can attack. Then we wanted like a lake district, so you could have people with their party barges. We're just basically thinking of ways to get people where the shark would be.
Some areas are freshwater, some areas are saltwater. That just seemed like a natural fit for a good kind of diversity.
There's a lot of opportunities for the narrator to comment on the outlandish things that the shark is able to do.
The primitive aspect of the shark's brain makes them almost incapable of distinguishing between public and private beaches.
If you think about it, this is an open world game. There's many, many, many hours of gameplay. If it was so horrifying every time you ate a human being in the game, and if it was so, just shrieks of terror, you'd get tired of it.
And the funny thing is, like, when you start out the game, you're kind of eating on, like, Swamp Bayou type people. But by the end, when you're a Mega, it's like all the, like, super rich, you know, luxury housing type people. So that's kind of ironically funny a little bit.
But the whole reason you're eating and you're growing and evolving is so that you can exact revenge on the evil Scaly Pete that scarred you as a young pup.
Since I was little. But in preparation for this job, I had to really take it seriously. I took a month to visit the Galapagos Islands with a professional shark wrangler who trained me extensively in the behavioral patterns of sharks.
Really scared.
Okay.
My grandparents had a cottage in northern Ontario, and I would go swimming in lakes up there. And I would always think, like, when I was swimming, because the water's pretty murky, you can't really see much, I would imagine what it would look like to see just teeth coming out of that murkiness. The reason I picked a bull shark is because it does survive in freshwater. We think, like, oh, you can never have a shark in a lake, but with a bull shark, you literally could if somebody just transplanted it into the lake. So that's kind of terrifying.
We thought that the great white actually looked a little bit more interesting, but it made sense on a scientific basis to do that because it can be in freshwater and saltwater. So that was really the motivation factor that was the catalyst for us to do the bull shark.
Artists spend most of their lives learning how to sculpt and draw people. There's not a lot of people in the world that can make a nice, real-world looking shark.
Brian is one of those guys that we've been trying to hire for like years. I always would joke with the other guys, like, someday we'll get Brian. The interesting thing is we actually didn't know Brian was so obsessed with sharks.
I think having a shark wedding cake, it gave me a little bit of like, okay, yeah, like we trust him, let him do his thing. When we were creating our shark, we wanted it to be a culmination of all of your favorite things about your favorite types of shark. So it was taking all these different things to make our player's shark its own.
In the beginning of the game, we wanted the player to be able to experience what it's like to be a very powerful shark. You're able to experience that right out of the gate. But then you go back to being a baby shark. Eventually you get to a very big shark.
Every time I show the shark, if the viewer's first reaction is, I want to play as that shark, it was a really nice gut check for the character team to where we could really focus on the player shark.
You're the alpha shark. You train long and hard for this.
However you feel about the situation is how the shark's feeling. If you want to be a vengeful shark, you can be a vengeful shark.
You can be the kind of stealthy shark. We're not trying to frame the shark as evil, but if the player wants to wreck the joint, they have that opportunity in this game.
The shark differences in size and its scales, they have to sound different so that you feel rewarded as a player.
So when you start out as the pup, we want you to feel more of like a small fish in an aquarium, right? So the world around you is like big and scary and intimidating. And so the motions of the pup shark are going to be like very light, almost like a goldfish. But then as you grow, we really want to sell that feeling of weight and terror and power. And so the motions become much more deliberate and slow and driving.
In order to make it feel more engaging to the player to be a shark, there's going to be things like tail whip attack or being able to breach out of the water and grab things off of vehicles, grab people, destroy vehicles. There's kind of a ram or a dash that you can do to gain speed and then smash into things.
Creating a player experience where you really feel the power. It's a power fantasy, right? When the player plays as our shark and they feel the weight of the jaws chomping on something, and when they grab something and they shake it and they see those things flailing around, if I can create that sense of weight and power and energy for the player, where there's a move that they just love to do over and over and over again, it never gets old.
I really feel this is my life's calling. I mean, we pulled out all the stops. I mean, you really can't go half-assed on this sort of thing. And I just can't wait for you guys to see the shark. Oh, wait for it. You're gonna love it.
Hey, welcome back. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Developer's Diary from Maneater from Tripwire. Interactives. It's a very, as y'all can see, over the top game. Being a shark in a game. What the last shark game that we ever played was Jaws Unleashed for the PlayStation, and I believe it was on the Wii as well. R.I.P. Weed. But yeah, I mean, it looks really good. Like you're a shark, you grow up, you level up, you get sets of evolutions, you fight other sea, creatures, land creatures as human beings as we are. But I mean, it looks like a very ambitious game. It looks super smooth. They have a few gameplays out in YouTube that I will be making some videos on later, so that I can talk a little bit more about like what we see, what we can expect, basically like what's gonna happen in the game. Just a little bit of theories going on, a little bit of the game theory thrown around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, hey, I mean, the way they're describing it, you get to be a shark in a city. And yeah, you could do whatever you want. You could eat all the humans. You could kill all the fish lives. You could be the monster of the sea, or you could just be a regular shark and just eat, sea stuff, not touch the humans at all. Or you could be that monster of the sea and just kill all the humans and no sea creatures, which to me, that choice is amazing, especially nowadays where games just set you on the straight path and just want you to do whatever the objectives are. I mean, as y'all can see, the shark just looks amazing. Y'all can see that the shark has some battle scars. That I feel like that makes the shark distinct, and it looks really, really awesome. I also like the fact that they use a bull shark instead of like, the well-known great white shark, because, great white sharks can't go in fresh waters. But this shark, the bull shark, woo, this baby could go anywhere like that. They could really make the environment bigger or more diverse, the enemies as well more diverse, because you're not going to find an alligator in the middle of the sea. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want to see an alligator versus a shark? Like, come on. Come on. We Google these things on YouTube every day. Like, that looks amazing. Yeah, like the game just plays so smoothly. Like y'all can see, oh, look at it right there, the shark versus the alligator. Oh, I can't wait. Chomp chomp, baby. But yeah, Maneater is coming May 22nd. It should be out for almost all consoles, PlayStation 4, Xbox, PC, and Switch later in the year. They do also have a pre-order bonus, the Tiger Shark adaptation. I mean, from the description, I'm assuming, because that's what it says, you gain more XP from the things that you eat. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. But that's going to be it, guys. See you on the next one.